Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. So we're letting everybody in from the waiting room. Welcome to Daily with Doc. My name is Becca Dukes, and as the hostess of this program, I just want to welcome you all, whether you are here live with us in our Zoom room at dailywithdoczoom.com, or if you are out in YouTube land, Rumble land, Facebook land. We are so happy to have you joining us as people who are searching for and open to empowering information that allows you to make informed, educated decisions on what you yourself can do to create optimal health, at least a better health journey. So welcome to Daily with Doc. If you are here because somebody invited you, make sure that you get back with them and tell them thank you. There's a lot of information that's going to be shared in this program, and it is sponsored by Daily with Doc, but we want to make sure that the person who deserves the credit for having you here today or watching this video, whether it's for the first time live or replay, does not matter. We want to make sure that the person that shared this program with you gets the credit for it. So if you are part of our newsletter or you are just catching us on one of these programs and somebody specifically did not share this program with you, then you are welcome to use dailywithdoc.com. We do have a contact us there. If you have questions that you would like to get information how you specifically can address any of your health concerns, even if it's that concern to stay healthy and live a long, healthy, active life. dailywithdoc.com, contact us. We also have a store there. But again, if somebody specifically invited you to this program, get back with them. Chances are they have a special store that they are able to share with you to help you get the products that are a best fit for you. We are not about giving you this and that and this and that and this and that. It's not a one size fits all, folks. But you're going to hear that many of the things that are shared in this program are something that you're going to hear. It's going to sound like it's over and over. Well, guess what? There are so many different conditions that have like nutritional deficiencies that doctors don't even know about. And that's what this program is here about, is sharing research that's been rejected by the medical community because it is not supporting sick management. It is supporting wellness management. And we are honored to have with us a great lifetime learner, a researcher who has been around the world as a pathologist, doing autopsies on over 452 different species, including humans, and has written or taken all of his information, and it has been published in a book called Diseases of Exotic Animals. It's held as a national treasure in the Smithsonian Museum in DC. And we are honored to have this doctor who has been through a lot. He fights to make sure that this information is available day in and day out to the world. Now, the content of this program is to provide educational information only. It is not meant to take the place of your primary care physician. It is not meant to treat, prevent, diagnose, or cure any diseases. But folks, as empowered individuals, we have the ability to take information, utilize it within our own lives without somebody telling us that we have to take a chemical to mask symptoms. Folks, symptoms are red lights. We need to pay attention. And majority of those red lights are because of nutritional deficiencies. And I can't think of a better person to have with us each and every day than Dr. Joel Wallach, who is one of the founding fathers of the science of epigenetics that has proven the theory of the transmission of genetic disease to be incorrect. Okay, if you've been told that you have a genetic disease, chances are it's not genetic. Some things, Dr. Wallach, what do you think? I know from my personal experience, some of the things that I was told genetic, I no longer have. Is that possible?
Yes, because there are no genetically transmitted diseases. There are no autoimmune diseases. Okay, that was all misinformation put out there because doctors didn't want to ever say, I don't know. They were looking in the mirror saying they knew everything. And so when somebody came to them with a problem, do you have that in your family? Yeah, 3 or 4 people in my family have it. Well, it's a genetic thing. Okay, and because they didn't want to say they didn't know. And that got going and it got going and it got going and it got going. Everybody accepted that. Nobody challenged it. But when I did those 20,000+ autopsies over a 10-year period, okay, on those 452 species of animals, let me tell you, it's one of those things where you get some information. The tissues tell the story. I found the first non-human case of cystic fibrosis, supposed to be a genetic birth defect in humans, at the Yerkes Primate Center in Atlanta, Georgia. I was fired because I told them it wasn't genetic. I could give them as many baby monkeys with cystic fibrosis as they wanted to, so we could study it and learn how to treat it and cure it and prevent it. And they fired me. Well, that's when I went back to school and became a physician. Okay, and then it's one of those things where we have so many issues that we have come across that we have found the cause, prevention, cures for that medical doctors thought were genetic, including muscular dystrophy. One of my heroes was Jerry Lewis. Jerry's kids. He was out there constantly raising money and highlighting muscular dystrophy and so forth. And we proved to him that included Dr. Milan and I going to China and doing 1,700 autopsies on kids under the age of 10 who are dying from sudden death syndrome and also from muscular dystrophy. And it's called Kishan disease in China, a deficiency of a specific nutrient, which we knew, and we wanted to confirm it there in China because they had so many numbers. And we proved it. And I received in 2011 the Klaus Schwartz Award for the information. In 2015, I got the award from the United Nations, the Lifetime Achievement Award from the United Nations. It's kind of like their version of the Nobel Prize. Very proud of that. And we have found over 600 diseases that were thought to be genetic by the medical system that are not. They're just simple nutritional deficiency diseases. And you can get in your family because they're all eating the same recipes, they're all living in the same county. And nutritional minerals do not occur in a uniform blanket around the crust of the earth. There you go. That's the back of the 2 books, me getting those 2 awards. Thank you, Becca. Okay. And it's one of those things where this is unimpeachable that there are no genetic diseases. It's unimpeachable that there are no autoimmune diseases. They're simple nutritional deficiency diseases. And we help people get rid of these diseases by the thousands every month all over the world. So we're very, very proud of this. And today we want to talk a little bit about Theo Ratliff. This is the 20th anniversary from the time we met him in 2002. His pastor brought him to us because he had lost his job with the Atlanta Hawks. He was the top shot blocker, in the NBA, National Basketball Association. Okay, he was a top shot blocker. He was also one of the top scorers. Okay, but at age 25, they took his contract away from him, a $35 million contract, because he had bone-to-bone arthritis. And the doctors said, well, we tried and we can't fix him. He can't play anymore. There's not much we can do for him. And so they took away his contract, and the pastor came to us. We came up with the Healthy Bone and Joint Pack, which was our Healthy Start Pack, which was our original 90 essential nutrients, the Healthy Start Pack. We came up with our first collagen product, which we called collagen peptides, okay, glucogel, okay, glucogel. And we added the glucogel to the Healthy Start Pack and turned it into the Healthy Bone and Joint Pack. And we also came up for Theo Ratliff. We also came up with Rebound. Okay, our Rebounders sports drink has 100 nutrients in it, 75 minerals and 25 vitamins, amino acids. Red Bull has 1 mineral, magnesium. I think in my math, 75 is more than one. The founder of Red Bull, love his heart, and we'll give prayers for his family and so forth. He died at age 78 a couple of months ago. And he was credited with starting, he was one of the founders of Red Bull, one of the big top energy drink, sports drinks. And he was always bragging that he would drink 20, 25 of those cans a day. Okay. And then he dies at 78. Okay. And it's one of those terrible, terrible things where the truth comes out, and he was saying, you take all this stuff and you're going to live forever. It was his thing. Well, he died at 78. Okay. Because he wasn't getting the nutrition. Sweat, okay, is not just water. So just drinking water after you exercise and rehydrating is not enough. You need to take all the nutrients you're sweating out. And so that's why we have the 3 CD set. Dead athletes don't lie. Number 2 is exercise without some temptation of suicide. If you exercise and just drink water after you exercise and don't take the Rebound with all the 90 essential nutrients in it, and our essential nutrients, okay, the Healthy Start Pack, the Healthy Brain and Heart Pack, you're going to be in trouble, okay? And I see people all the time that go to doctors, and doctors don't know anything about this. They don't get trained with this in school. So they're telling people either short information or misinformation. Short information means they don't even talk about certain pieces. And then misinformation is they're giving you misinformation on some of those pieces, okay? And so we have a long experience with this. And of course, we're celebrating this year 20 years with Theo Ratliff, okay? All the young athletes he's helped, directly and indirectly, all the records he set. He made over $100 million. We got him his job back, okay? And he played for 7 more years, okay, in the NBA. And he used a lot of that money to buy a facility, okay? And he makes it free to people who have health troubles, mental troubles, learning disabilities, physical troubles, sports troubles. And so he's taken that money and brought it back to his community. So we're so very proud of Theo Ratliff, okay? And it's one of those things where this is a great guy and we want to continue on. And he just turned 50. This year is his 50th birthday, okay? And he looks pretty good. And Rebecca is putting together a interview we did with him. What do you call that? Is this a podcast, or how do people get a hold of this? How do they get on this interview with? Can't hear you.
Well, thank you. It takes me a moment. This is a podcast, and it is going to be available on our YouTube channel, our Rumble channel, and our Facebook channel. So that interview, I'm working on editing it to make sure that it is compact and precise and perfect for others to be able to share with others so that they too can get that message. Because folks, I'm a mom, 4 active boys. 3 of them were very much into sports. One of them went to college on a baseball scholarship, used basketball to get in shape for baseball. So it's near and dear to my heart to make sure that this information on making sure our kids are getting those nutrients to prevent them from having tragedy on the field.
Now,
or even.
Let me step in here. Okay, do you have any prediction when this is going to be available for people to, are they going to be able to purchase this? Or are they just going to be able to watch it? I mean, what's the deal?
Dr. Wallach, this is going to be free. This is information we want everybody to have because we are into making healthier communities.
And when do you think this is going to be available? This podcast, when do you think this podcast will be available? Next week, next month, 2 years from now? I mean, what are we talking about?
Definitely 10 years from now. But how about the end of the week, Dr. Wallach?
The end of the week. Okay, that's tomorrow.
Next week. Now, I'm dedicating parts for today. Tomorrow, I have a couple things I'm waiting for other people, getting information from them. So as soon as I get that information, then it will be complete. My plan is to have it available by Monday.
Thank you. Now, let me tell you, this is going to be, what should I say, something world shaking, because the information we've got, and through Theo's continuing working with kids and universities and professional teams and so forth all over the world with us. Okay, so he and we together. Okay, Theo's done such a great job, and Rebecca's putting a lot of effort into editing it down, getting the and-ums and things like that out, so it'll be really smooth and professional. And it's one of those things where this is going to revolutionize sports. This is going to revolutionize medical treatment. This is going to revolutionize things. I mean, you take, for instance, arthritis, which in America alone, each year, we spend just to treat the symptoms of arthritis in America, not to prevent it or cure it, $626.8 billion with a B, $billion. Osteoporosis, each year in America, not to prevent it or cure it, but just to treat the symptoms each year in America, osteoporosis, we spend $2.3 trillion. Now those two together comes out to $3 trillion that we're spending each year just to treat the symptoms of osteoporosis and arthritis. Now, all of this stuff in this podcast we're putting together, the whole 20-year story is about arthritis and osteoporosis, and all the stuff that we put together between the Healthy Bone and Joint Pack, which was our original program, and the Rebound. There's no other sports drink like Rebound in the world. 100 nutrients, 75 minerals. You got to be kidding me. Red Bull, which is the top selling, it's the top selling, what do we call it?
Energy drink.
Energy drink, okay. And sports drink, energy drink only has one mineral in it, magnesium. And that's because I think the athlete who is his favorite mineral was magnesium. That was the only mineral he supplemented with. That was Bruce Lee. He was considered the fitness guru in every country in the world. He was invited to speak at graduations and professional games and all over the world because he was the fitness guru. He dies at 32 in 1973 of a heart attack because he was only taking magnesium. He died of the same thing, the same deficiency that kills kids when they have sudden death syndrome. The same nutritional that causes the hypertrophic cardiomyopathy heart disease. Babies, and doctors were saying, oh, the mothers are laying on the babies and suffocating them. No, they were just dying of a nutritional deficiency because doctors wouldn't let that mineral be put into baby formulas because they were ignorantly saying it was toxic. Okay. And so this is stuff coming out now. We have a 20-year record of thousands of athletes who have benefited from this information. Okay. And we have the sports drink Rebound with 100 nutrients in it. We have the, Okay. We have the Healthy Bone and Joint Pack. We have the Healthy Brain and Heart Pack with the MSM. We have the collagen peptides. I mean, this is endless here. In the various forms we have this in. We have pain relievers like our CM cream topically. Don't need a prescription for that. It'll give you 2 to 4 hours of pain relief. We have our, let's see here. We have our, what is it?
We have Roll It, Dr. Wallach. We have Soothe. Those both are topical for those that are looking for something that has CBD and the benefits of CBD in a topical solution.
Yes, Soothe. This is one of my favorites. Soothe. It'll give you about 4 to 6 hours of pain relief. Okay. And you just, sometimes after you've had it sitting on the shelf for a couple of months and you're trying to use it again, it won't come out. You just put the bottom 25%, just put the tube into a teacup full of hot water, put the bottom in there for about 10 minutes, and that'll work again. Okay. But if you're not using it every day and it's in a hot climate or something, it may go quiet on you. So you need to wake it up again by putting it in that hot water. Don't throw it away. If you're going to throw it away, send it to me.
Well, and you can take the lid off, Dr. Wallach. I've taken the lid off when I get to the very end, and I use a Q-tip to get the rest of it out.
Okay.
I mean, it's good stuff. You don't want to waste any. That's for sure.
No. And so
we are all about solutions, Dr. Wallach. Somebody has a problem, we have a solution.
That's correct.
Especially
That's
when it comes to health and finances.
And we're giving it to them. We're going to give it to them at wholesale prices. They become, an official customer with us, so they'll pay the wholesale prices. If they go to an auto ship, we will also pay the shipping. Okay. And if they get this to other people and they build an organization, and they're called an associate, which we're another name for distributor. People don't like the word. I don't want to be a distributor. Okay, well, you're an associate. Okay, when you're an associate, okay, we will send you a check every month based on the volume you create in new customers. And of course, as they buy stuff, you get a check from us every month. And we have people who have been with me for 32 years since the beginning, when we were learning how to become an army, because I knew I couldn't do it by myself. We needed an army. And I have some of these, they were kids then, they're high school graduates, 32 years ago. They make more money now every month by getting those checks from me every month, because they built a huge organization in 32 years. They're high school graduates. Some of them are high school dropouts, and they make more money every month than medical doctors make. Okay, because they're seeing thousands of patients all over the world. And I can't tell you how proud I am of the whole team, regardless of their education, regardless of their race, their religion, gender, it doesn't matter. If they're helping people, we love them.
Yeah, we're a community with no walls, Dr. Wallach, no boundaries. So, and I love the fact that we can take this information and share it around the world. And even if longevity doesn't ship directly to that country, we have a solution that we use all the time. So it's, folks, if you're looking for a community that you can be a part of, that you can be proud of, because you are helping people, you're reaching out, make sure that you let somebody know. So if you haven't spoken to anybody about longevity, go to dailywithdoc.com, use that, contact us, and let us know that you are looking to join the team. Since we are a team, we work together. We have some amazing leaders in our team, but longevity as a whole has some amazing leaders. And I know I see several of them here on the live Zoom with us. So again, if somebody shared this program with you, make sure that you get back with them. If nobody shared the program with you, we also have a call team standing by at 855-949-3377. So did you want to say something else?
I have one more thing I want to say before we go on to callers.
Go ahead.
I have one more piece of information. I don't know if I've ever shared this piece of information with you before. This is new information. I've got the annual cost of treating the symptoms of osteoporosis. We've already talked about in the United States alone is 2.3 trillion. I also have the figures for Canada and the EU, European Union. Combine those three, United States, Canada, and the EU, spend each year just to treat the symptoms of osteoporosis. I'm not talking about arthritis yet. This is just osteoporosis. 6.5 trillion. 2.3 trillion of that is just the US alone. So
over a third
yeah,
is United States.
Yes.
When you're looking at those three countries.
That's correct.
Quote unquote. That is crazy. That is absolutely crazy, Dr. Wallach, and it's nutritional deficiencies.
Yeah, and so we'll save people not only their life and the quality of their life, but we're going to save them an enormous amount of money. We're going to save them an enormous amount of money because they're spending it, okay, either out of their pocket or out of their insurance. And as they spend more money out of the insurance, their insurance rates go up, okay? Their insurance rates don't stay the same all the time. If they're using a lot of insurance, the next year their insurance rates are going to go up because the insurance companies don't like to pay out a lot of money.
But it's not just their insurance rates that are going up, Dr. Wallach.
Everybody's.
It's everybody's. And folks, think about it. Nutritional deficiencies, yet you're paying for joint replacements. You're paying for pharmaceuticals that for blood sugar issues, there's some of them, Dr. Wallach, that are over $1,000 a month for a blood sugar issue, which is a nutritional deficiency.
Right. Yeah, use our healthy blood sugar pack, and within weeks you will be an ex-diabetic.
Well, I'm thankful I don't have blood pressure issues because all of these things that are just criminal, like you say, unimpeachable, that are nutritional deficiencies, yet they are collecting big bucks. When folks, you could be taking your health into your own hands, correcting those nutritional deficiencies within your body and let your body do what it was designed to do. And that's function effortlessly. Yes, if you've already got the damage done, chances are that it can't be reversed. But in some cases, give your body the opportunity. So, Dr. Wallach, we have some hands up. We have some questions out on YouTube. I want to make sure that if you are here in the live Zoom with us, which if you're out watching us on a live stream, come on over. dailywithdoczoom.com. Raise your hand in the Zoom menu, find that reactions and raise hand option so that we can get your questions answered as well, because I know for a fact that if you have a question, there are hundreds, if not thousands of people that have a very similar question, that the answer that is given for you will be beneficial in helping somebody else and their community as well. Well, Dr. Wallach, our first question is going to be an animal question. So put your veterinarian hat on, Dr. Wallach.
Okay.
And if we could get Dawn, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Yes. How
Hello,
can we help
Dawn.
you? You're on.
Say
Hello,
hello,
how
Dawn.
are you doing?
Okay, sir. How can we help you?
Yes, I have a 12-year-old 19-pound Pomeranian Spitz male dog, allergic to chicken. 6 years ago, had a fatty liver, but that was taken care of with a holistic approach from a veterinarian, but that has come back. They had an ultrasound and extensive blood work, found a 5.4 centimeter mass on the liver. The appetite is good, urine's good, everything's good, except I suggested they take Arthrodex, Z-Radical, selenium, and ultimate daily tablets. She had difficulty giving her dog the Z-Radical, but found a way to mix it with some Chinese herbs that she utilizes. And then she basically accomplished that last night, but this morning she changed a diet mix that she uses, switching carrots to spinach, and the dog vomited everything up undigested. So I'm looking for, am I on the right track to help with that issue, and what else could be done?
Okay, well, stay away from the spinach. But a 19-pound dog, that would be Arthrodex, 1 scoop a day. Okay. Also, in the drinking water, the dog should have its own drinking water dish. Okay. And for every pint of drinking water, you need to put a 1/2 ounce of the plain liquid plant minerals, just the liquid plant minerals. Okay, just put them in there. That's in addition to the Z-Radical, which she's giving. Okay. All right, but do get that, excuse me, get the Arthrodex in, and you may want to start with, instead of, doing, instead of a scoop right away, I'd go with maybe a 1/4 of a scoop for a week, and then a 1/2 a scoop for, another week, and then go to a full scoop instead of hitting them all at once. Okay, gradually, since that dog seems to have a sensitive tummy, I'd gradually work up to that, but put the plain plant minerals, the liquid plant minerals, into the drinking water, about about a teaspoon in a pint of drinking water. Okay, and then get back to us and let us know how the puppy dog's doing. Okay, they're part of the family.
So the Z-Radical, how would you suggest introducing that into the dog's daily diet?
Well, again, start out with a drop for a week. Don't hit them with 1 ounce right away, because it's going to have maybe even a lot of laxative effect to it, because we're talking about 8 or 9 different seaweeds in the Z-Radical. It's a seaweed thing, which is a good thing, because you're going to get all those minerals from the sea and so forth. It's good for the thyroid and good for the liver and good for the heart and good for the brain and all that kind of stuff. And make sure that the dog's not getting any access to any gluten or wheat, butter, and oats. And if it's possible, I'd throw one other thing in there. That's our I-26. We have the chewables, which are, they taste like vanilla ice cream. one chewable a day or one of the capsules, or maybe
Dr. Wallach,
Huh?
if I may interrupt here, so in our I-26 line, we do have one called Companion, which is specifically designed for our pets.
Well, thank you. See, I didn't know that. Thank you very much. Companion. Okay.
Well, that's because you don't have a
Is
dog,
it-
so I never.
Yeah, is it a capsule, a powder, a chewable, or what is it?
It is a chewable wafer.
Okay, I bet it looks like the one that I'm taking.
It looks just like the one that you're taking.
Okay, I think that's probably the same one. Okay.
Well, no, it tastes different. We
Oh.
can ask Alex. It does taste different. But my dogs line up waiting for their chewable I-26 dog companion that is offered by Longevity. So folks, Arthrodex, I-26 dog companion, and Perpetual. If
Oh,
you're
very
a pet owner, those are the three things you want to make sure that your pet is on to help support healthy, long life, including bones and joints, especially bones and joints.
Yep, that Arthrodex is just beautiful. That's why it's called arthritis, arthro. Okay.
And it's funny, Dr. Wallach, I got a message and I was actually tagged in Facebook. Donald, before I go into that, did you have another question? I'm sorry.
That should cover it.
Okay, well,
All
contact
right.
us in a
Thank you,
couple
my
of
friend.
weeks and let us know how the puppy dog's doing, will you?
I will, for sure.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Donald. But I got tagged on a Facebook post, Dr. Wallach, and it's a picture and there's like 5 or 6 cats and thanking me for the recommendation that I had made with the food and the Arthrodex, that her cats line up to be fed because they love the Arthrodex also.
Well, it's made with fish liver, so the cats love Arthrodex.
They should. I mean, my dogs lick the empty bowl. It's so when somebody says that, you know, their animals are not, you know, they don't, oh, they won't eat it. I'm like, really? Like my dad said, oh, my dog won't eat it. So I gave it to him. They scarfed it up. I'm like, did you give it to him? But anyways, let's go to the next question, Dr. Wallach. And this is a person question. So Kat out on YouTube, she wants to know what is good for hemorrhoids, plus some other things. She has a high systolic, so blood pressure, high PHT or PTH hormone. So she's insulin resistant. She has osteoporosis. Yes, frequent urination, up to 4 times a night. And she is 54 years old, 4'11". She does not give her weight, but let's go per 100 pounds, Dr. Wallach. What would you recommend for Kat?
Okay, Kat, K-A-T?
K-A-T.
Okay.
Short for Catherine or Katrina or Kathy or
Katie.
something beautiful.
Okay, so let's go, as you say, per 100 pounds of body weight. Get rid of all the bad foods, no fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no gluten, no wheat bran, around no sugar, no carbonated drinks. Even the the diet drinks need to go, and also carbonated water, because they neutralize stomach acid, so you cannot absorb minerals and digest food. You need stomach acid. That's why the good Lord gave us the cells in our stomach to make stomach acid, and that's why we're supposed to have salt. Don't let a doctor tell you don't take salt. Salt does not cause high blood pressure. Salt has 2 required nutrients in there, sodium and chloride. And if you want to have a healthy, long life, take either our seasoned salt from Australia and New Zealand. We have the Himalayan salt from the Himalayan mountains. You know, I use both of them. And not only does it have the sodium chloride, but it has the 25 to 28 other minerals that are found in these environments. Okay. Then let's see here. We want to have her take 1 healthy brain and heart pack per 100 pounds of body weight. It's 215 nutrients. The core is still the 90 essential nutrients. Okay. I want her to take, if she only weighs 110 pounds or 90 pounds, I want her to have half a dose of everything from that healthy brain and heart pack at breakfast, half a dose of everything at dinner time. If she weighs 135, 150 pounds, or more, I'd have her take 2 healthy brain and heart packs a month, take a full dose at breakfast, full dose at dinner time. I want her to have 2 bottles a month of the MSM, so you can take 3 at breakfast, 3 at lunch, 3 at dinner time, and they're going to support and promote maintenance repair of cartilage, ligaments, tendons, connective tissue, disc between the vertebrae, bone mixture, bone itself. So it's going to deal with the, all the stuff going on with the joints and the bones and all that kind of stuff. And the fact that she's urinating at night multiple times, the odds are she has osteoporosis of the skull, squeezing the spinal cord, telling her urinary bladder to urinate. I know she doesn't have a prostate gland because she's a girl. I want her to have the collagen peptides, take a scoop of the morning drink, scoop of the evening drink. She has hormone problems. I want her to get the Xerafem. She can go ahead and take, if she weighs 100 pounds, I'd have her take 2 a day, 1 at breakfast, 1 at dinner time. If she weighs 150 pounds, I'd have her take 2 twice a day of the Xerafem. Okay. And the high blood pressure stuff, okay, I'd have her take 2 bottles a month of the Ultimate Daily Classic. There's 3 words: Ultimate Daily Classic tablets, Ultimate Daily Classic tablets. Take 3 at breakfast, 3 at dinner time. If she's on medication for high blood pressure, she needs to not cold turkey off of that. As her blood pressure begins to drop, she can slowly reduce her medication based on the numbers. Okay, and let's see here. I think, did we cover everything?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
You got it. You got an A++.
One other thing I would throw in there is our rebound. Don't forget the rebound for energy and that kind of stuff. And, we have the sticks. We have 30 sticks in a box. It has 100 nutrients in each stick. We have the canister with 36 servings, a little scoop, put 1 scoop in a bottle of water, 36 servings. No carbonation in there. We do have 12-ounce cans. There's 12 cans in a case, but you do have to pop the tops at night before you go to bed. I do it in 2 of them. Put them in the refrigerator so I can drink 1 with breakfast and drink a half of 1 with lunch, and the other half of the second one I'll drink sort of during the afternoon for energy, along with some of our chocolates. I like the triple treat chocolate, and I like our triple gold chocolate with the caramel inside of it and so forth, and some stick cheeses for lunch. Okay, but my breakfast, my dinners are big enough for a 300-pound person, because I eat a lot because we're working hard.
All
Okay.
right. Thank you so much, Dr. Wallach. We're going to go right over to Mike, who has his hand up. Mike, go ahead and unmute yourself.
All righty. How are y'all today?
Okay.
Yes. I have a nephew who has ulcerated colitis, and I'm looking at his symptoms and I'm thinking I might have the same thing. So what would you recommend for that?
Well, first of all, it's genetic.
Sir?
It's not genetic. Uh-oh, Rebecca.
Okay.
There you go. Thank you.
Yep. So he's got some reverb on his side, Dr. Wallach. So I'm going to have to go back and forth and unmuting him as you have questions for him. Okay.
Okay. So, do we know how much this young fellow weighs?
I don't know what his, but we can use mine if you want to do that.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
I weigh 160. I'm 70 years old and 5'6" inches.
Okay. Do you have any other issues like high blood pressure, diabetes? Hello? Any other issues?
Yes, borderline on the diabetes and blood pressure. I'm borderline on both.
Okay. All right. So, need to get rid of all the bad foods. No fried foods, no processed meats, no oil.
But I am taking.
No fried foods, no processed meats. And we're talking about ham, bacon, bologna, salami, hot dogs, all that stuff's got to go. Pepperoni, because of the chemicals in there. No oils. We're talking about no salad dressings, no cooking oils. I like to use lemon wedges and squeeze the lemon juice on my salads. If you want a creamy dressing, use yogurt or cream on your salads, okay? Not oils. And then no gluten, no wheat, no butter, rye, and oats. There are no such things as gluten-free oats. The gluten in oats is oftentimes called gliadin, but it's still gluten. They destroy your intestines, so all the villi, instead of looking like a shag rug, your intestine will look like a plastic tube, and you lose all your absorptive surface when you eat gluten. There's no such things as gluten-free oats, so you cannot have oatmeal. Okay, you cannot have breakfast of champions, Wheaties. You cannot have. Let's see here. You cannot have what? all the
No
other
wheat,
grains.
barley, rye, oats, no
Yeah, barley,
buckwheat.
rye, and oats, you can't have any of that stuff, okay? And then no buckwheat, no buckwheat pancakes, no buckwheat cereals. Buckwheat doesn't have any gluten in it, but it does have phagopyrines, F-A-G-O pyrines, which are worse than gluten and destroying your intestines. And then on the positive side, for you at 160 pounds, I want you to have 2 healthy brain and heart packs a month. The full dose thing twice a day. There's 215 nutrients in each of those packs. I want you to take a full dose of everything twice a day. I only weigh 142 and I do that. I have many witnesses, so I do that. Been doing it for, gosh, over 25 years. And then I also want you to have 2 bottles a month of our MSM, okay, and take a 3 at breakfast, 3 at lunch, or dinner time. They're going to support and promote maintenance repair of cartilage, ligaments, tendons, connective tissue, disc between the vertebrae, bone, makes the bone itself. Then I want you to have our collagen peptides. Take a scoop of that with your morning drink, scoop of that with your evening drink. I do also want you to take our ultimate enzymes. I take 3 of those twice a day. You can take 2, say 5 or 10 minutes for each meal. The ultimate enzymes, we call them the gallbladder in a bottle. That's going to help you absorb all these nutrients and put them in the right places. Our ultimate enzymes. Let's see here. I also want you to have, because you have kind of a pre-diabetes thing, I want you to get 2 bottles a month of our sweeties. Sweeties, take 3 of those twice a day. I do that. I don't have diabetes, but I take 3 twice a day to prevent diabetes. Diabetes is not a genetic thing. It's a simple nutritional deficiency disease. And then high blood pressure, I want you to get 2 bottles a month of our Ultimate Daily Classic tablets. There's 3 names. Ultimate Daily Classic. Get 2 bottles a month of them. So you can take 3 twice a day. If you're on high blood pressure medication, do not cold turkey off of them. But as your blood pressure begins to drop, which usually takes anywhere from 3 to 10 days to start dropping, you can slowly reduce your medication based on the numbers. Usually within 2 to 6 weeks, you're an ex-diabetic and you're an ex-high blood pressure patient. How long do you have to stay on all these products? Forever, as long as you need oxygen. How long does your car need oil? Forever. How long does your tires in your car need air? Forever. How long do you need brake fluid? Forever. Okay, so this is something you need, and the medical doctors miss it by a million miles. I just got done talking with a lady today who's 80-something years old, and they want to give her a heart transplant because she has an irregular heartbeat. And she urinates 10 to 13 times a night. I know she doesn't have a prostate gland because she's a girl. So why is she urinating 10 to 13 times a night? Because she has osteoporosis of the skull, squeezing the 10th cranial nerve, which is telling the urinary bladder to urinate, okay? And so this is very easy. And so again, when you're talking about those things, we have the book. It's all in your head. Goes into 37 different diseases you get when you have osteoporosis of the skull. We have the book, The Wallach Revolution, covers many of the big discoveries I've done over the last 75 years. Not all of them. We have 23 books you're gonna have to go through to cover all my discoveries, but for most of the big ones, you can get from The Wallach Revolution. It's a new book. It's just been out for a couple of months. Okay, and let's see here. Don't forget the Rebound or sports drink. Your nephew, he'll be happy if he plays sports. He'll love the Rebound. You'll love the Rebound. I take, again, 2 of those a day. We have the sticks. Okay, there's 30 of these sticks in a box. There's 100 nutrients in there. We have the canisters. Some country only allows us to send the canisters in, okay? And it has 36 servings in the canister. And of course, you notice it does have a picture of our dear friend, Theo Ratliff, okay? Because he's the guy that we made this for. We made the Rebound for him, and we also made the Healthy Bone and Joint Pack for him. We rebuilt him, and he came back and played for 7 more plus years in the NBA after they kicked him out because he had bone-to-bone arthritis and fractured his shooting arm wrist and all this kind of stuff. All right, and we do have cans, but you do have to decarbonate the cans overnight in the refrigerator, pop the tops if you're going to drink the cans. But give us a call every couple of weeks, because you and your nephew or grandson or son, whoever this young guy is going to be really excited about the benefits. And also, if they play sports, they're going to see a huge positive difference in their performance when they use the Rebound.
The Rebound, Dr. Wallach, is not just an energy drink. Many people, doctors, you'll see it on the commercials, electrolytes. Well, electrolytes are minerals, folks. Rebound is the best electrolyte drink ever. If you're looking for something to replenish those minerals, especially after you're sweating, whether you are active in sports, working in your garden, hiking, going for a walk, Rebound is the drink that you would want
Or
to
your
get
workplace. Also your
or in
workplace.
the workplace.
Mhm.
That's right. Or just living in Phoenix. How's that?
Yeah.
Or anywhere hot. Rebound is a great option to help you stay hydrated and keep those minerals, but it is not a replacement for the Healthy Body Start Pack or the Healthy Body Brain and Heart Pack. It is an add-on. It's one of those secret sauces that Dr. Wallach talks about. Well, Dr. Wallach, we have another question. I want to try to get to three more questions here. So Brett out in YouTube land has an enlarged heart and AFib, which I know the lady that you were just referencing had some AFib symptoms going on. Don't know about the enlarged heart. But what would you recommend for somebody who is experiencing irregular heartbeat and been told that they have what is it, atrial fibrillation?
AFib, yeah, AFib. Atrial
AFib.
fibrillation.
That's so much easier to say. See, folks, you don't have to know how to say everything. Come join us. What would be your recommendation? Let's go per 100 pounds.
We don't know how old this guy is.
No, we don't.
Okay.
We don't know age. We don't know weight. We don't know height.
Well, babies can be born with osteoporosis of the skull. Okay. It's called Erb's palsy. They're paralyzed from the neck down when they're born because the mother wasn't getting enough nutrition. So the baby didn't get enough nutrition. So the embryo is born with osteoporosis of the skull. Okay. And so we see this a lot. It's an unfortunate thing, but mothers will say, well, yeah, I went 2 months. I missed 2 cycles and then I realized, oh my gosh, I must be pregnant. Okay. Didn't plan on that. And so I wasn't taking any prenatal vitamins and I wasn't taking any vitamins or minerals during the first 2 months of my pregnancy. Well, that's why the baby's born with osteoporosis of the skull. Okay?
Dr. Wallach,
What?
I just got a age and weight. So Brett's 55 and 300 pounds. So we're going to do dosing for 300, please.
Okay, 300 pounds. Okay. So none of the bad foods, no fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no glutens, no wheat, no brown oats, no sugar, no carbonated drinks. Let's see here, no buckwheat. And then this guy should get my book, Dr. Wallach's Cooking Without the Bad Foods, 300 pages of safe recipes and safe cooking methods. It has a good food, bad food list in there. Okay, Dr. Wallach's Cooking Without the Bad Foods, 300 pages of all the good recipes and safe recipes and good cooking and good food, bad food list. Then I want them to have, let's start out with 2 healthy brain and heart packs per month. Let's start out with 2 healthy brain and heart packs per month. Full dose of everything twice a day. I want them to have 1 meal a day, our keto shake. They come in chocolate and strawberry. This is not to add to a meal. This is a meal replacer. It doesn't have to be the same meal every day. And he'll begin to lose a half a pound to 2 pounds a day. Okay. And so let's see here, you say he weighs 300 pounds, really within 4 to 6 months, he'll be down where he's supposed to be at 5. You say he's 55 years old. Do we get
55 years old. He didn't give a height.
Okay.
So
let's assume he's kind of an average height for a guy, 5'8" to 5 or to 6 foot, somewhere in there. Okay. And he'll lose a half a pound to 2 pounds a day. Okay. And again, the keto shake is a meal replacer. It's not to add to a meal. It's a meal replacer. It doesn't have to be the same meal every day. Then I also want him to have 2 bottles a month of the MSM, take 3 at breakfast, 3 at lunch, 3 at dinner time. That's going to help him rebuild cartilage, ligaments, tendons, connective tissue, disc between vertebrae, bone, makes bone itself. I want him to get 2 of the canisters a month of the collagen peptides. So he can take a scoop of that with his morning drink, with his evening drink. I want him also to take our, because he has his heart issue, I also want him to take our, let's see here, what are we going to throw in there? I would go ahead and throw in the I-26. I'm going to have a serving in the middle of the day, okay, with either with his lunch or his keto shake, I-26. And I want him to have 2 or 3 of those chewables. I want him to take 2 or 3 of the chewables. I take 2 of the chewables at lunchtime. Okay, I only weigh 142. and that's going to help his brains and his nerves work. I want him to eat 2 eggs with soft scrambled in butter, or soft poached or soft boiled, not fried, not hard boiled, 2 at breakfast, 2 at dinner time. And I also want him to have our rebound or sports drink, if I didn't say it. Okay, I want him to have our sports drink. Okay, he can have 3 of those a day. I only weigh 142 and I take 2 a day, so he could have 3 a day. But if he's gonna use the cans, he's got to pop them the night before and let the carbonation get away. Okay. And let's see here, if he has any pain on his joints, he can use our CM cream or Soothe from our Hemp FX division, and that'll give him, you know, on the average 4 to 6 hours of pain relief kind of stuff. And all these joints, just like with Theo Ratliff, all the joints, all the bones will regrow. The heart it's not a heart issue when you have atrial fibrillation, and doctors want to do all these heart procedures and this, that, and the other, but it's really is osteoporosis of the skull squeezing the 10th cranial nerve, the vagus nerve. And it's one of those things where, you know, I'd like to ask him the information. Let's see how many times he wakes up at night to urinate. Does he wake up at night to urinate once? None? 5 times? 10 times? Because I bet you his skull is squeezing his spinal cord, and he has some of those kind of symptoms also. Does he have dental problems? Because when you have osteoporosis of the skull, your teeth are sitting in your bones, and up here in your upper arcade, and down here in your jaw. Okay, and it's one of those things where I only have 1 tooth gone. That's because I was in a fight in a mall. These 3 guys were trying to take away my packages. They lost the fight, and I only lost 1 tooth. Over to you.
All right, Dr. Wallach, let's go to Ruth Ellen, who has her hand up for a client. So Ruth Ellen.
Hi there.
Hi.
I'll spotlight myself. How are you, Dr. Wallach? Thank you. Okay, so I have Gail. Her mom is 79 years old and weighs 100 pounds. She has a bone leaning against her spine. So it's pressing against the spine and causing her a lot of pain. And they've put her in a rehab facility to do exercise and see if they can't get it to the muscles to get it to go back in place. Also, she has diabetes. She's on medication not for diabetes, but for blood pressure. And if they can't get the muscles to go back during therapy, then they're going to do spinal.
So the question we always need to ask the question, how many times they wake up at night to urinate? Because I'll bet you that she's got osteoporosis of the skull squeezing that spinal cord. And that's why she's got all that pressure in her, you know, from her neck down. Okay. And the doctors don't know anything about osteoporosis of the skull. So they're blaming it on the vertebrae squeezing the spinal cord. Okay.
Well, they did an x-ray and there's literally a bone pushing against the spine.
Yeah, but I want to know what's going on in the skull.
Okay. I'll make sure to ask next time. I apologize.
Okay. Okay. Because they can find anything they want to find in the x-ray. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes,
Oh, we
sir.
had this x-ray. And it shows that there's a bone squeezing your spinal cord. Well, did they really see the bone squeezing the spinal cord, or are they just going by symptoms, which could be the skull doing it and not the only other bones that are going to be squeezing the spinal cord other than the vertebrae is the skull. You know, your arm bone doesn't squeeze your spinal cord, right?
I believe it's a rib or something like
Ribs
that.
don't squeeze the spinal cord.
It's okay.
They
I
see doctors make up what they need to make up so they don't have to say, I don't know. I
Yes.
want to know how many times this gal is urinating. Okay. So at any rate, at 100 pounds, give her all the bad foods, get her on 1 healthy brain and heart pack a month. They have a dose twice a day, 1 bottle a month of the MSM. So you can take 3 twice a day of the MSM to rebuild cartilage, ligaments, tendons, connective tissue, including the skull. I want her to have, and the vertebrae, and all her other bones in her body. I want her to have the collagen peptides, the scoop of that with her breakfast drinks or their evening drink. I also want her to have her vitamin D3, take 3 of those twice a day. I want her to have our Synaptive, take 3 of those twice a day. That's 2 bottles a month. I want her to take our, let's see here. I want her to take our I-26. She can take 1 serving today. I want her to have eggs at breakfast and dinners, soft poached soft boiled soft scrambled butter, 1 or 2 eggs a day, twice a day. So I do want her to have that I-26, have her take that at lunchtime, and she can take the chewables. She could have 1 or 2 of the chewables at lunchtime, or she could take a couple of the scoops of the powder, or she could take, a couple of the capsules or tablets, whatever they are, capsules or tablets. And because she has high blood pressure, or maybe pre-high blood pressure, I do want her to take the Ultimate Daily Classic tablets. That's 3 words, Ultimate Daily Classic tablets. She only weighs 100 pounds. She could start out by taking 1 twice a day. If she's on blood pressure medication, don't cold turkey off the blood pressure medication, but as the blood pressure begins to come down, she can slowly reduce that. Same way with her pre-diabetes. If she needs the sweeties, have her take 2 of those twice a day, the sweeties, and don't cold turkey off of any blood sugar medication, but as the blood sugar drops, she can go ahead and reduce that based on the numbers. Give us a call every couple of weeks, because this is going to be a great story.
Thank you, Dr. Wallach.
You bet.
It's time for you
Oh.
to go to your show.
Okay.
That's what I was just going to tell him, Dr. Wallach. It's time for you to skedaddle, as we are here with what Spartus says, DocCast. So, folks, thank you so much for watching us here on Daily with Doc. It is my pleasure to be the host of this program, as we provide information that's empowering, not just empowering, but it's something that you yourself can put into place and be informed. Okay, I want to know who's messing with all my cameras and such.
I'm adding spotlights, which is my job.
That is your job, but we're not going to spotlight Doc. He's already gone. He has left the room, folks.
It
But
shifted. Sorry.
no worries. So, everybody, you've been watching Daily with Doc, and as the hostess of this program, I could not do it without my co-hosts. So I want to give a special shout out to Marilyn Pizzera Spear. For those of you who are here with us on the Zoom live in the Zoom room, she is putting in what Dr. Wallach is recommending for each person into the chat, so that people can go ahead and grab that and take that to their associate that they're working with, or call our 800 number if you're not working with anybody. I want to make that perfectly clear. If you are not working with anybody, we have a team of certified holistic health coaches standing by to assist you on your health journey at 855-949-3377. And we have Sherry Browning, who is helping make sure everybody gets in and watching the cameras in the gallery, just to make sure that everybody is doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing and nothing more. And then we have Ruth Ellen Sanchez, who is helping with the live stream. We have Sportis out in YouTube land, who is helping with questions out there, keeping the conversation alive. I love it, love it, love it. So, folks, if you're a Rumble fan or a Facebook fan and you want to be part of a team, give us a call, 855-949-3377, or go to our website, dailywithdoc.com, use that contact us, but get back with the person who shared this program with you, because like Mr. Bobby says, we are one team, one dream, a global community network here to help strengthen communities around the world. Thank you so much for joining us on Daily with Doc. Until next time, which for those of you who don't know it, Monday through Friday from 12 to 12:50-ish Pacific time, we are here for you. Until next time, bye for now.